January and we're in Monte Carlo for the opening round of the 2005 World Rally Championship. New teams, new drivers, and best of all, some of the most exciting motorsport available on the planet. Last year, Citroen's Sebastian Loeb left everyone trailing in his wake as he ran away with the driver's title, picking up a record-equaling 6 wins. Here in Monte Carlo, he's on a hat-trick, but the Frenchman is taking nothing for granted.
It will be a difficult rally, and I think Peter and Marcus and Marco and François Duval wants also to win the rallies, some rallies this year, and so I think it will be a good fight.
Last year's teammate Carlos Sainz is retired. This season, Loeb has François Duval for company. The Citroën also tried to retain the manufacturer's title. And here's a man unhappy at being out of the spotlight. Subaru's Petter Solberg, the Norwegian, failed to hold on to his title last year, finishing second, and he's not expecting to start this year with a win.
I reckon Sebastian will win Monte Carlo, and my plan is to come on the podium.
Well, Solberg also has a new partner, Frenchman Stefan Sarrazin, replacing Mika Urvanen. Marcus Gronholm struggled last year with the unreliable Peugeot 307, a string of uncharacteristic driving errors as well.
Do you think Sebastian Loeb is going to be the man to beat again here?
Yes, I am sure, and I don't care if he is going and winning, it's no problem. After that, it's our red cars who will be in front.
And the Finn also has a new teammate. Marco Martin has turned his back on Ford, preferring a Peugeot challenge. Well, Ford have replaced Duval and Martin with a potential rather than proven talent. It's a big opportunity for the Finn Tony Gardemeister and the Czech driver Roman Kresto. And it's welcome back to both Skoda and Mitsubishi after both teams spent most of last season developing their cars. So it all starts here in the playground of the rich and famous Monte Carlo. This tiny principality, Monte Carlo, is the venue for the opening round of the 16 events that make up the World Rally Championship, run first in 1911. It's the oldest event on the calendar. It's the first official roll call for this year's drivers, and every team boasting a new recruit for the coming season. And last night saw the traditional ceremonial start outside the famous casino in Monte Carlo. So to the party, an early start for everyone as they leave the harbourfront service park and head for the nearby mountains. With a change to a more southerly route this time, the threat of snow and ice is reduced slightly, but with temperatures hovering around 0, the tarmac could still be treacherous. As the reigning champion, it is Sebastian Loeb's honour to start the first stage of a rally that he's dominated in recent years. The weather this year has left the tarmac mainly dry. Loeb is in his element. Petter Solberg almost conceded defeat before the rally had even begun. Despite a dismal run of luck at this event, the former world champion would do all he could to keep his great rival within touching distance. His luck wasn't about to change, however. Brake problems on the first stage were not the start he was looking for.
line into early, 2 left, damp. Opens into 6 right, 100, 6 left bus 30, damp, 6 right bus keep in, 40, late hairpin left. Double tightens. No break.
After just one stage, Solberg is already 24 seconds behind Loeb.
6 right long, 80.
It's a new beginning for Marco Martin and Michael Park in the first outing in the Peugeot 307. Well, it appears that the Estonian has adapted to his new machinery immediately as he tiptoes his way through a particularly icy section. Yes, the Martin-Park Peugeot combination looking good.
Still ice continues. 32 plus right ice maybe, don't cut, and 2 minus left hair line.
Teammate Marcus Gronholm has been keen to start afresh this season, and with the proven winner joining his team in the shape of Martin, the double world champion is looking revitalised. After the opening stage, Gronholm and his teammate are separated by less than a second. Francois Deval surprised many by swapping a long-term deal with Ford for a single season with manufacturer champion Citroën. The Belgian looks good, 11 seconds slower than his teammate, but second overall.
Francois, how was that first stage for you?
It's not so bad. The difficult stages is too narrow, it's not nice.
Another driver on his first rally for the new employers is Ari Rovanperä. He moved from Peugeot to Mitsubishi over the winter. Now, Rovanperä has not competed on tarmac since 2002, so his cautious start is perhaps understandable as he adjusts to the new car on new tyres as well. Fellow Finn Tony Gardemeister was facing better times in his own debut for Ford. The Focus is a competitive force on tarmac, and fifth fastest on stage one is a promising start to the partnership. Skoda, meanwhile, had a stalled start to the rally, a faltering beginning to a season where it was important and a lot was expected of the Czech team. It's a frustrating beginning for number one driver, Armin Schwarz. New boy Alex Bengay has been signed for his expertise on tarmac, but he too suffers the same fate. Both stalling, and perhaps it suggests a launch control glitch. The Frenchman did eventually get going to set a time just outside the point-scoring positions after stage one. One driver who is more than at home on these mountains and valleys is the 1994 world champion Didier Auriol. The Frenchman has won here 3 times and is competing on a privateer 206. He's 8th fastest in a 2-year-old car. Remarkable. So Citroën pick up where they finished last season, top of the pile. Peugeot won't be disappointed with their start, and there's Didier Auriol in the points. Further down the leaderboard, Roman Cresta is finding it tough going in his debut for Ford. He's in 13th place, while Armin Schwarz is struggling down in 17th. Join us after the break to see if Sebastian Loeb can hold his lead here in Monte Carlo. Stay with us. Stage 2 of the 2005 Rally Monte Carlo, and Armin Schwarz's problematic start to the rally does not look like improving. The German is struggling with a jamming throttle pedal, making the Fabia extremely difficult to control, and it shows in his times, over a minute off the pace on this stage alone. Teammate Alex Bengay is not faring much better, despite this being his home event and his favoured surface. A faulty handbrake is hampering the Frenchman's progress, which is probably the cause of his spin. More time is lost, and with it, another position dropped on the leaderboard. From a struggling Czech manufacturer to a struggling Czech driver, Roman Cresta had looked fast in pre-season testing, but is taking a cautious approach to driving his Focus in competition, down in 12th overall. In contrast, the start of teammate Tony Gardemeister is continuing to impress. more experienced Finn was another 14 seconds faster than his teammate on stage 2, and now 47 seconds faster overall.
Oikea kolme, oikea kirra aukeaa, jatkuu oikein nopea, plus lopussa liukas, vasen nopea, kirra aukeaa.
Former Formula One driver Stefan Sarrazin has been hired by Subaru for his tarmac expertise, but on only his 4th ever WRC event, he's still in a learning process. Yes, the tyres selected for stage 2 are too soft, and the Frenchman is treading carefully over the icy sections. It's no secret that this is one of Petter Solberg's least favourite events, but his best finish to date, only 6th.
Neat, 3 left bus, keep very in, don't cut 2 right minor.
With the 4th fastest time on stage 2 though, Petter dislodges Gardemeister from 5th by just under 4 seconds. Oblivious to the increasingly competitive battles developing behind, the master of the Monte, Sébastien Loeb, continues to lead the way. Slightly more cautious on this second stage, his 3rd fastest time is still good enough to hold on to the advantage at the top of the leaderboard. The champion may not have it all his own way this year, that's for sure. For now, very good indeed. His teammate Francois Deval, though, goes quicker and closes the gap on the leader. Well, a switch to Pirelli for Peugeot was expected to be a disadvantage on tarmac events, but with a hungry Marcus Gronholm behind the wheel, this is not necessarily the case. Three-tenths of a second faster on stage 2, and it's the first fastest stage time for the Peugeot Pirelli combination, and with it Gronholm takes 3rd position from his teammate. So confirmation that the Finn is on the move, but he's still over 10.5 seconds behind Duval and over 13 seconds off Sébastien Loeb. Solberg's good time sees him move up a place. Gilles Panizzi is the leading Mitsubishi driver in 9th, with teammate Ari Rovanperä struggling down in 13th place. Back to the glamorous surroundings of the famous Monte Carlo harbour for the first 30-minute service hold.
Marco, drivers talk about the feeling behind the wheel. How was it for you this morning in the 307?
It's kind of okay, but I'm not 100% there. Sometimes it feels kind of nice and easy, and everything works, and then I really don't understand it. So it takes some time to really feel comfortable in a car and be able to push 100%.
Well, Tony, how are you finding the focus?
Wow, I find it very good. You know, it's very easy to drive at the moment, and I'm very happy. Only that I'm not so used yet, you know, I brake a bit too much still.
And former Citroën driver Carlo is around to give advice to the new boy, who's already making an impression in the French team.
He's just 10 seconds behind. In the second stage he was faster than me, so I'm sure it will be a nice battle, and we also see Marcus and Petter going very fast in the second stage, so I think it's not finished.
After the service, it's back out to the mountains for the 3rd stage of the day. As always, the Monte is a popular event for fans, and despite the cold, especially with the French world champion to cheer on, they're out in force. Another local boy, Gilles Panizzi, is the fastest of the Pirelli runners on stage 3, the longest of the rally, and he moves up to 7th. Like all the drivers, he's having to get used to wearing a new safety harness introduced this year, but Panizzi doesn't seem too happy with the new rules.
Impossible. Impossible. The Hans is turning. I cannot drive. The Hans was out. I bend now. Ah, no. Sorry, but the safety is bad. Really bad. Really bad.
Not happy, not comfortable, and letting everybody know about it. Some adjustments surely to be made. Tony Geidermeister continuing to grow in confidence after his strong start. Despite a new car and a new co-driver, he thrives on the tricky, changeable service and is third on stage and up to fourth overall.
Vittu kun väirit sinä jarrut.
Roman Cresta is slowly but surely building on his speed as the day progresses. The Czech driver is 2 minutes off the pace, but does at least manage to move up 2 positions to 10th on the leaderboard.
One left thus, ice continues.
Peter Solberg continues to be plagued by brake problems on stage 3.
To keep left of a crash, 49 into one right bus, slippy maybe. Half long and tightens 80. Slippy braking, line into unseen, 2 right bus, tightens 1 bus narrow, to slippy out.
Well, even at this early stage of the season, every position is crucial, and another drop place further frustrates the Norwegian.
60.
Marco Martin has already proved his prowess on tarmac with back-to-back victories in Corsica and Spain last season. He knows the 32 kilometres of stage 3 are a chance to claw back the time on the current leader.
33 right camber.
He gets it all wrong at that hairpin. And with it, the car stalling as well. He ends up over 38 seconds off the pace on this stage.
But it was a hairpin.
Bad news for Martin as he drops another position, but good news for the flying Citroens. Francois Deval continues his relentless pursuit of his teammate Loeb. The Belgian, though, is also caught out by the changing surface on stage 3.
C'est pas grave, on ne s'énerve pas. Léger droite-gauche 80, sur droite 70, sur gauche 72, tenir. Gaffe.
All that leaves Loeb free to take advantage. Incredibly, he too spins at exactly the same place, though. But perhaps even more incredibly, he still goes on to set the fastest time and extend his lead.
Allez, gauche, sur droite, gauche 140 sur frein, pour droite 130.
Sebastian, just under 33 Ks. It's tricky and then there's potentially places to make a mistake. I made a little mistake. I went straight in the braking for a left, right junction. Some spectator put some snow on the brake, and I went straight, stalled the engine. I lost nearly, I think, 7-8 seconds.
Yeah, it's going not so bad for the stage 3. Just I stalled the engine on the same place on the Sebastian. The braking, the surface is really slippery.
Does that mean now in your head that you go through the same area of that stage slower next time?
Yeah, it's necessary.
You have your safety crew, which give you revised pace notes, spot where the cautions are, where the little traps are. What information do you expect to get from them for the next run?
It depends how much the conditions will change. We never know when we go to the second run how much the conditions are changing. So that's why we need a safety crew. They will tell us what the changes are.
David, your cars are usually very reliable. What seems to be the problem for both of them?
Well, we've got a brake problem that we don't quite understand, and we're having to do some work on it. We've made some changes here to Peter's car. Hopefully that'll fix it. But to be honest, it's still a bit of a mystery. It's not a new specification. Everything is the same as we've run in the 2 rallies at the end of last year. We'll try a few things, and hopefully we'll cure it.
So Ford's Tony Gardemeister is the big mover after stage 3. The Finn is really starting to make an impact in his debut in the Ford Focus, and he's up to 4th. And Gilles Panizzi is into the points despite being unhappy with his harness. Stefan Sarazan slips out of the top 8 in his Subaru Impreza, but Roman Cresta is moving in the right direction in his Focus. He's up to 10th. Join us after the break and see if Marcus Gronholm can break Citroen's early dominance. Stay with us. Welcome back to the opening day of the Rally Monte Carlo.
Left tightness to 4 minus, into 3 minus right, don't cut. 40. 6
Well, Marco Martin's new bosses at Peugeot won't be too happy with his debut. Yes, the Estonian has been slightly off the pace all day, but he's still getting used to the new team, new tyres and a new car. It's early days for the Estonian, but he finishes the day in 6th.
Go 100, 6 minus left fast, bumpy. 55 left.
Tony Gaulemeister is another debutant who's had to get used to a new car. The Finn proved himself to be quick throughout the day, but here he's finding it difficult to maintain that pace. He drops a place on this final stage, finishing 5th overall. A good performance.
Pitkä pyöreä vasen eri pluskirra eri susko aukee. 3 oikein eri miinuskirra aukee. 5 huomio.
Peter Solberg has had problems with his brakes from the opening stage, and the team are flying in fresh parts from the United Kingdom overnight. The former world champion, however, still manages a fast time, finishing the day in 4th.
Open 30, tight hairpin left. 50. 6 left plus and keep left into tight hairpin right.
No problem with the brake though.
Good.
It's too soft the tyre, you know?
Yeah, we should have said at the start. One level harder, yeah?
Yeah.
Marcus Gronholm will be pleased that so far the 307 has proved to be reliable, and the Finn is looking like the most likely driver to break Citroen's early stranglehold on this event.
4, oikein nopea sumppu, vasen nopea ja oikein nopea kivi sisällä. 5, oikein nopea. 7, oikein nopea.
It's another good time for Gronholm, and he secured 3rd place at the end of day 1. Francois Deval hasn't looked like a man competing in the Citroën Zara for the first time. He's been quick from the off, finishing 2nd in all 3 opening stages.
120 ferme, neige, gaffe, gaffe, gaffe. On fera 25, gaffe, gaffe, gaffe. On fera 25, neige, quittez droite 40, ouvre, propre, hein, calme, calme, quittez droite 40. Doucement, doucement, doucement. Sur léger droite gauche 80, sur droite 70, sur piège, gauche 60 ouvre, tenir, gaffe, 60 ouvre.
Here again he's fast and 2nd quickest on the stage. But there's no catching this man, Sébastien Loeb. The world champion simply loves this event. He's made the perfect start in his bid to win his 3rd Monte in a row.
Droite à fond long en ciel, 100 mètres, change revette, ciel coule et glace, sur attention 50 mètres, gauche 140 moins minot, et droite 140 moins minot pour raille glace.
He's fastest on the stage, giving himself a healthy lead of over 32 seconds. So confirmation of Loeb's lead at the end of day 1, with teammate Francois Deval almost another 30 seconds ahead of the 307 of Marcus Gronholm.
Loeb and Francois Deval, they do seem to have the pace.
Yeah, I was expecting that they will be fast and so, but yeah, we have a new tire which we have to learn, and we have to do some more work to improve it a little bit. So on this surface, but on the others it's no problem. After this rally, it should be okay.
Well, Francois, a great first day for your new team Citroën.
Yeah, sure, it's very good for me. I am surprised. My position at the moment is quite very good. Second, just 32 seconds after Sebastian. It's not so bad after 1 hour and 20 minutes on the battle.
Sebastian, the end of what's been a very good day for you.
Yes, for the moment everything is going very well. We are leading the race. Duval is 2nd, so it's also very good for the team. And but we have to know that it's a long rally now. 2 days to go, and we have to stay really concentrated because Monte Carlo is a tricky rally, and you can easily make a mistake.
It's been an eventful opening day here in Monte Carlo. Join us again tomorrow. My name's Carlton Kirby. Thanks for your company. We'll see you then.